Hello, my lovely people. Good morning to you and welcome to God's Love You channel. If it is your first time and you like what we are doing in this platform, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification. This will enable you to know when we upload a new video here. We react to all forms of videos, local, international, especially what is happening in the globe and in Biafra land. So my great people, this is an interesting video. I would like you to sit down and watch this video. You will never regret. I am here with you. This our brother from Israel. In fact, I listened to this. I was amazed, and I know you will like it too. He narrates everything about the Biafran people, where we come from, everything you need to know. That's why I said, please share this video after watching. Pay attention. It's not a long video. You will learn a lot. This video is going to be an eye-opener to you. You must share this. The world must know that the Biafrans, especially the Igbos, that we are very special set of people, that everybody wants to be with us, and everybody watch and share and contribute. Tell me what you think in the comment section, but always do it constructively. Thank you very much.
Shalom. My name is Chris Shoemaker. That's my English name. And my Hebrew name is Rabbi Yehuda ben Shomer. And my Igbo name, coming from the Hebrew, is Sh0ck, because Sh0ck and Yehuda mean the exact same thing, praise God. And my title in Igbo land is Odum Biara ani Igbo Noani Diuto. And I greet you, all people in Igbo land, all people watching, Ohoneze Canada, who has asked me to produce this short video giving a synopsis regarding the origins of the Igbo people. So I have a very brief and limited amount of time to do this, so let's get underway. So if we're going to talk about the origins of the Igbo people, we've got to go back to the beginning, all the way back to Noah. It's to be understood scientifically that from Adam all the way till Noah, everybody at that point was born black. How do we know this? Because scientifically it could be no other way. Melanin, which is our skin tone, you have to have an abundance of melanin. You have to have all the melanin there before you can genetically end up having a lack of it. It can't be the other way around. You can't have no melanin and all of a sudden out of nowhere produce melanin. So everybody up to that point was born black. But not according to the canonical scriptures, but according to Apocrypha, pseudepigraphal literature, and rabbinic literature, it's believed that Noah was born an albino. He was born without any skin tone. This really frightened his father and his relatives because nobody up to this point was born that way. But God and other relatives reassured Noah's father that it was okay, that not to worry about that he was a special child. So when Noah got married, he married a black woman. He married because everybody else was black. And when he had his 3 sons, it's believed that this genetic albino trait triggered the different skin tones, the different shades of melanin within the human spectrum that we see today. And he had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham, who is believed to be the father of all of the black and African races, he was born like everybody else up to that point. He was born black. You had Shem, who's the father of all the Arab and Jewish people, and he was born brown. And today, Jewish and Arab people can be anything from a deep olive complexion all the way to a red mahogany type color. And I think it's very fascinating and interesting that many Igbos are called red Igbos because their skin tone is red. It has a mahogany color to it. Then you had Japheth, who was born sort of like Noah. He had the least amount of melanin and skin tone, and he was the father of all the white and Asian races that we know today. So from Shem came Jacob, which is the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. Now, Jacob had 2 wives and 2 concubines. His wives, Rachel and Leah, were his cousins. Therefore, they were from Shem. Therefore, they had that middle of the road skin tone. They were that olive brown complexion. Now, we don't know the ethnicity or the race of Zilpah and Bilhah, the handmaids that Jacob also took as wives. But because Laban and his daughters Rachel and Leah and the concubine were living in the land of Canaan, and because Zilpah and Bilhah had this bond servant type status, this concubine status, we believe that they were probably from Canaan, and all of the Canaanite nations, the 7 Canaanite nations whom Israel came to subdue and take over the land, which is the land of promise, they were from Canaan, and Canaan was from Ham, therefore they were all black. This includes the original Egyptians. They were black. It wasn't until the Hyksos came in later that the genetic makeup and features of the Egyptian people changed, and they're a lighter skin tone as we know them today. So, safely assuming that Bilhah and Zilpah, and we're mostly focusing on Zilpah, because Zilpah was the mother of Gad and Asher, she was a black Canaanite woman, and therefore her offspring, Gad and Asher, had some of her genetic features. Therefore, they would have been more black. Their lips probably would have been broader, as well as their noses. Their hair would have been more wiry, more kinky. They would have looked more like Canaanites, more than Shemites, so to speak. You know, and several of the other tribes, we had Judah and Levi. They also married Canaanite women, and so therefore a lot of people from the tribe of Judah and Levi are also black. We know that the Limba tribe in Africa has been traced genetically back to the tribe of Levi. We know that there are a lot of black Jews as well, because the genetics show up even though they're a dark skin tone. So we know that Judah married a Canaanite woman and had some of his sons were black as well. So moving on, Gad in turn had 7 sons, and we're interested in 4 out of the 7, which is Eri, Areli, and Arodi, and possibly Esbon, because Esbon is a common name among the Igbo people. So it is believed that the Igbo people spring from Gad's sons, Eri, Areli, Arodi, and possibly Esbon. And we know that one of the kingdoms, the king in Obu-Gad, house of Gad, and Aguleri, Eri, his last name is Eri. He can trace his lineage directly from Gad's son Eri, and that's why Eri is still a part of his last name. So it's believed that the Igbo people, and Igbo is also believed to be a corruption of the word Hebrew. Hebrew, Igbo. See how similar they sound? And the second law of thermodynamics, which means everything degrades, would lend to this vocabulary instance. Just as, for instance, in English, we'll say, hey, what is up? What is up comes to what's up. What's up eventually becomes what's up. You see how it shortens over time? So it's the same with the word Hebrew. That's what the 10 tribes were considered. They were considered Hebrews. So Gad would have been considered a Hebrew. So the word Hebrew goes to the word Igbo. It's a corruption. Even the one of the first missionaries to Igbo land, which was G.T. Gadsden, an Anglican